You will never look at your time the same way again after this video. I'm literally begging you to listen to this one for me, because this isn't just about being organized or making aesthetic to-do lists. It's about your energy, your self-worth, and your capacity to build the life that you keep dreaming about. I'm not here to throw a bunch of hustle harder quotes at you. I want to show you why managing your time is a real form of self-love, because it's the only resource you can't ever get back in your life. You can make money again, you can regain that motivation, you can be with that person again, but you will never get the same minute again. You'll never get the same minute back that you're watching me here. So I know that it's precious, and I hope it will be for you too. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to manage your time like the women who truly have it together, to top 1% people, the ones who radiate calm, who get things done without the chaos, and who make life look effortless because they plan their peace. And I'll walk you through the mindset, the psychology that I've been using, and the system that actually works. And at the very end, I'll give you a small challenge. It's a small one that completely rewired the way I use my hours in my day. And I'm telling you, I used to always be the kind of person who said, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, it's fine. And somehow we all know that later never comes. But once I learned how to manage my time, every single thing changed. My business, my mindset, my consistency, even my confidence and my self-worth, because I kept promises to myself. Okay, let's start with chapter 1, what time management actually means. When people say time management, they immediately think of planners and alarms and productivity hacks. But that's not really what it is it? Time management is about self-trust at the bottom of it. Every time you tell yourself that I'll wake up early tomorrow and I'll manage my time and get there early, and then you hit snooze 6 times, you're just losing that extra hour. You're breaking a promise to yourself. That's all you're doing. And over time, those broken promises build a version of you that's always late, that doesn't believe in your own word anymore. Like, people think of you and they're like, okay, let's give her time 1 hour ahead because she's always late. Let's tell her that we're meeting at 7 instead of 8 because she's always late. And then you always associate yourself with just being someone who's late and cannot manage their time. So when I say manage your time, I actually mean honor your time, respect it. Because when you respect your own time, you automatically raise your standards in every part of your life. Whether that's your career, your health, your friendships, your relationships, everything. People value your time because you manage it well and you value it. They know that you're not going to stick around for an hour if they're late. They know it. But when you waste time, it's not laziness. It's usually avoidance. You're avoiding discomfort. You're avoiding fear. And the thing is that comfort is the enemy of growth. But when you start to make peace with discomfort, that's where your relationship with time also completely shifts. Let's paint a little picture here. There are 2 versions of you living in completely parallel universes right now. Version 1 is the chaos girl. She drives on chaos. She wakes up, she grabs her phone before she even breathes and scrolls for 40 minutes, convincing herself that it's research when it's probably not, and rushes through the morning already anxious, already behind time, already doing everything on XXX speed. And her day controls her instead of her controlling her day. Her day and her time, the clock controls her. She constantly says that I don't have time yet. I don't know if I'll have time to do this. I don't know if I'll have time to do that. Somehow she loses 3 hours doing things that doesn't even matter to her in retrospect. And she dreams about being disciplined or being on time, but she's addicted to distraction. She's living in chaos. And then there's version 2, which is the it girl, the girl who knows how to manage her time. She wakes up with a sense of ownership over her day. She knows that there are a certain amount of hours until she's awake, and she knows that's enough for her to get everything she needs to get done. Her mornings are calm, they're intentional, they're sacred. Even if she only has 30 minutes, she makes the most of every second. She checks in with herself before she checks her phone. Her schedule reflects her priorities and not her anxieties. And even when things do go wrong, which it's normal too, she adjusts with grace because she knows that she's in control at the end of the day. Now, both versions of you have the same 24 hours. The difference isn't time, it's just identity. You have the same 24 hours a multi-billion-dollar company CEO has. Do you understand that? You cannot create an it girl with a chaos girl mindset. And the moment you realize that, your entire relationship with productivity changes. You cannot drive on chaos. It's just not possible. Now, in chapter 3, let's talk about why you always may feel behind and why you're always behind on time. Because most of us, I feel like, aren't lazy. We're just scattered everywhere. Our brains are overloaded with way too many tabs open about different ideas and sections. You're not tired because you did too much. You're tired because you're mentally mentally carrying so much and so many things that you didn't finish the other day and the day before, and you have to finish all that today, which will never happen, and so tomorrow. When you multitask, you trick yourself into thinking that you're just being efficient, you're getting things done, but you're actually splitting your focus into tiny pieces, and every unfinished thought that drains you of a little bit of energy. That's why scrolling will just feel easier, because that's the easiest thing your brain can do. Your brain will always crave closure, and the internet gives you fake completion, gives you that fake dopamine hit. But real productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters, what'll add up and make you the version that you want to be. If someone followed you for a full day or a full week, would they see evidence of the life that you say you want? Would they see evidence of you building it, whether that's in small bits every day or in a few bits throughout the week? But will they see that evidence? It's a harsh question, but will they see it? Because how you spend your hours is literally who you then become. I used to wear busy like a badge of honor, and I know so many people who do. If you're not doing 10 things at once, you feel guilty, but one day you realize that you're not doing any of those things to its full capacity, and you're constantly exhausted because you're not moving forward. You're just trying to complete 10 different things at once. I remember sitting in my room surrounded by half-done tasks when I was in school, open notebooks, and a phone full of notifications and Gmail notifications. I had my artwork, art course books left, so much to do, and I asked myself, if I keep living like this, will I ever become the version of me I dreamed about? Because that version seemed so far away from me. And the answer at that point was no. And that day, I made a decision to treat my time like my most expensive currency, because it is. Every hour had to either bring me peace, clarity, progress, or purpose. That's it. Nothing else. And I swear, within like a week or a month, I think, my entire energy shifted. I felt more clear. I did one task at a time. I felt calmer, more capable, and so much more of control with my whole life. So to do that, in this chapter, let me give you guys 4 treasure keys. That's what I call them, my 4 sacred rules of time mastery that you need. These are literally the exact principles that completely change the way I live, work, and create things. And I'm telling you right now, if you follow it like it's your god, your entire life will shift, because these aren't just random productivity hacks. These are energetic laws. I've tried them for about 4 to 5 years now, and they're backed up by both science and energy. So when you follow them, you'll start to feel like life is happening for you and not to you, and for your benefit. You'll stop feeling behind and you'll start flowing with time instead of just fighting it all the time. So let's get into it. Think of it like your It Girl time manual. Rule number 1 is to protect your first hour in your day like it's sacred. The first hour of your day is your energetic foundation. It sets the tone for everything that follows then. If you spend it reacting, answering messages, reading negative news, or scrolling through other people's lives, checking what everyone else is doing, how they're being productive and you're not, you start your day in complete chaos and negative mode. Your nervous system immediately goes into hyper alert fight or flight mode, and that's why you feel anxious or behind before the day even begins. It's like building your house on sand. No matter how hard you work, after that the foundation is still unstable, right? It's still negative. But when you start your day with yourself and you know that positive energy, your energy completely shifts. Even if it's just 20 minutes of journaling, stretching, meditating, or drinking your water in peace, where like you can just hear the birds chirping and like there's no noise, there's no negative noise, and your brain tells you that, okay, I'm in control of my day. Psychologically, it activates your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision making and focus, instead of your stress centers, which is something we really don't want in life. Energetically, it also aligns you with yourself and your thoughts before the world touches you, because you can just get lost in this world. And that's why this works, because when you start from calm, you naturally stay calm. The woman who owns her first hour really owns her whole day. So get up and give yourself the first hour to just sit with yourself. Do not touch your phone. I want you to do this from tomorrow. And then my key number 2, or the rule number 2, is time block your priorities, not your to-do list. This one is such a game changer, guys. Most of us live by massive to-do lists that never end, right? It became a vile concept to make to-do lists, but I don't think they work. You write down 20 things, you finish 3 out of them, then you go to bed feeling like you didn't do enough. That's because to-do lists are meant to scatter your focus. They're meant to have a lot of things on there. They make you feel busy but not productive. You're working all day, but your brain has no hierarchy of things. It doesn't know what to start with, what's the most important, and then what's the least important. So time blocking for me fixes that. When you time block, you're literally telling your brain that at this time, Whether that's 2:30 to 3:30, I do this. It gives your day a structure and you assign your priorities a home in that whole schedule. So if your workout is at 7 a.m., it's not a maybe, it's happening. If you set the time to edit your content at 3 p.m., it's a non-negotiable. You do it whether the world moves left or right, unless obviously there's an emergency, but you do it. You don't make excuses for that. You don't have to then keep deciding when to start because you already have decided that a night in advance. That's why it works. It eliminates that decision fatigue which so many people have. You're no longer waiting for motivation. You're using structure to then build momentum in your life. Discipline is that. It's just pre-deciding before your emotions interfere. Like if you want to work out tomorrow at 7 a.m., you put your workout clothes on the bed so that when you wake up, you have them next to you, wear them, and you go out at 7 a.m. sharp. And over time, when you start honoring your time blocks, you won't want to miss one. It's like you understand this is coming in between of me and the version I want to be. So I will honor the time blocks and I'll stick to them. And when you start honoring those time blocks, you realize that life doesn't need more hours. It just needs more intention. And this brings me to rule number 3, the rule of 3. That's what it's called. This rule simplified my life more than anything else could. Every single morning, I would ask myself, what are 3 things that would make my day today a win, or the night before? Just 3, not 15, not 20, not a long list that overwhelmed you before you start. Just 3 things that actually move your life in a forward direction to what your current goals are. Maybe it's filming a video today. Maybe it's replying to that one important email, contacting brands, going for a walk, contacting jobs, whatever it is, that's enough. 3 things, because success doesn't come from doing everything. It's not possible. It comes from consistently doing correct things and piling them on. And this works again because your brain loves closure. Every time you complete something, you get a hit of dopamine, the motivation chemical that we all love. But if you chase 10 different things, you never get that closure and you end up exhausted with nothing finished. So the rule of 3 keeps your focus clean. It builds self-trust and it makes sure you complete these 3 things. Because when you finish what you say you'll do, even if it's as small as these 3 things, your brain starts believing you again. That's what consistency is. Not motivation, but self-trust. And when you build that trust, confidence becomes automatic. You stop trying to find discipline and you start being disciplined. And then rule number 4 is rest all is part of the plan. This one's probably the hardest for most people to do and follow, especially if you're someone who's really ambitious and wants to do everything at once. I need you to hear this, that rest is not a reward. It's not something you earn after exhausting yourself. It's just maintenance. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you run your body and your mind into the ground, you're not being productive, you're being self-destructive. When you rest, you actually give your body time to reset its stress hormones, your nervous system calms, and your creativity actually expands. And this is backed up by neuroscience. When your brain is in a relaxed state, it connects ideas faster, it gets ideas faster, and it's more creative. So rest isn't just slowing you down, it's literally speeding up your growth. The most successful, grounded people I know take rest and treat rest as part of their schedule, not something they'll squeeze in when they can. They actually actively give time for resting. And real it girls, they rest on purpose. They don't apologize for it. They don't label it as lazy. They know that peace is the highest form of efficiency. So please don't wait until you're burnt out to take care of yourself. Schedule the rest the same way that you schedule your meetings, as a time block. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it truly does. When I tell you these 4 rules have changed my life, like from start to finish, I mean it. They made me disciplined without feeling robotic. They gave me structure without taking away my freedom, and they helped me find balance and not burn out. And most importantly, they helped me rebuild trust with myself. So please treat these like a treasure, like my 4 keys that I'm giving to you. Follow them like your Bible for time, because a woman who masters her time doesn't just manage her life, she creates her life from scratch. Every time you check your phone, you scroll, or you procrastinate, your brain will release dopamine. It's the feel-good chemical, which is so easily available in this generation now. It's the same chemical that releases when you achieve something, but that takes time. So if you keep feeding your dopamine with distractions, your brain stops finding joy in progress. I mean, it's so easy to just go and scroll and get a little bit of dopamine and then again feel a crash. But what true dopamine is when you achieve your goal after months of trying and failing and then trying, but you finally get there. To rewire this, you really need to start rewarding yourself for the right things. You finished a task, you celebrate it. You worked out, you write it down. You complete your 3 priorities for the day, acknowledge that. That should be your dopamine by the end of the day, and not scrolling or, chasing after a guy or whatever dopamine you are used to. And so when you direct it to this part, when you do this consistently, your brain starts linking dopamine to discipline. And that's why sometimes for some people, when you look at them, you're like, how are they so disciplined? But you don't understand that they get dopamine from that. Athletes get dopamine from achieving their PRs, from going through tough times and getting their goals, like ticking them off, not from other cheap easy sources we have nowadays. And so when you think of that girl, what you're actually admiring is just self-command that she has on herself. She's not born lucky. She's built consistent habits that protect her time for her. She says no quickly, she plans before she reacts, and she follows through on what she says she'll do almost always, especially when no one is watching, because she knows that that's how her self-worth is intact. Time management isn't about perfection. It's about alignment, and it's about knowing who you want to be and making daily decisions that support that. Then every time you say I'll do it tomorrow, you're just giving your future self more to carry. You're just giving your tomorrow version more to carry, and then your day after version more. So do it now. Every time you start now, even for 5 minutes, you lighten that load and make your future self come to you easier. Okay, now what I want you to do after shutting this video, thank you for giving me so much of your precious time, but don't just watch this. I want you to actually do it. Step 1 is to audit your hours. For the next 24 hours, write down exactly where your time is going. From now, see 24 hours, do exactly what you do, see where your time is going, and do this honestly without judgment. At the end of the day, ask yourself, would the future version of me be proud of how I spent my day today? Whatever I did, if I wasted it, would my future version be proud? And if yes, then congratulations, keep going, keep growing. But if no, you have to change some things. And then step 2 is build your non-negotiables. Pick 3 daily habits that keep you grounded and growing, like movement, journaling, or working towards your dream. No matter what happens, get these 3 done every single day, because consistency then compounds and becomes a habit of yours. And then step 3 is to protect your peace like it's your job. Start saying no without explaining. Start ending calls when you're drained. Start blocking out time for things that are important for you. And because you understand that your time is sacred, so treat it that way. After you end this video, I want you to do these 3 things and come back to me and tell me how it went for a week. If there's one thing that you take away from this video, let it be this, that the woman you're becoming isn't more talented or luckier or prettier. She just uses her time differently and understands that time is money. Stop waiting for the perfect routine, the perfect planner, the perfect journal, the perfect Notion board. It doesn't matter. There will never be a perfect moment. There's only now. So start doing 3 things that make you closer to who you want to be. From this moment on, promise yourself with me that you'll stop treating your time like it's infinite, because it's not. Start treating it like it's gold, and it will treat you back like that. It will give you things and opportunities you never thought was possible. And when someone asks you one day, how did you build your dream life? You will smile and say that I just stopped wasting my time, and maybe give them 4 of these pointers. But yeah, you'll just tell them that I stopped wasting my time and I took ownership of my day. If this video resonated with you, don't just close it and move on. Do the challenge, audit your time, set your 3 non-negotiables, and start your It Girl era time today with me. Because luck doesn't just build your dream life, discipline will, and you will, and you're capable of both. You have luck, you just have to build the discipline. Now go manage your time like the woman your future self is praying you to become, and I'll see you in the next one.